What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we're going to be kicking off the Trading Every Player series. Now, this is a series that I do basically every single year, and it's basically as easy as it does sound. Every single player currently on the Golden State Warriors roster, I'm going to go ahead and trade. So there's multiple ways of doing this, and again, that's why I want to ask you guys right now, what way do you prefer I do this? Now, let me go over the multiple ways that there's possible to do this kind of challenge. First one, and the most popular, being that I close my eyes for every single trade. I have absolutely no say in what any of the trades are. That'd be me scrolling through the trade finder with every single player. The second, third, fourth being I can choose one trade manually. I can choose two trades manually, three trades manually, whatever it may be. Let me know what you guys prefer down below in the comment section, because I will obviously make that the standard for the rest of these videos. And finally, of course, let me know down below in the comment section what are some other challenges or maybe some even series you guys want to see. Obviously, we have 30 of these rebuilds. I'm not just going to do 30 straight days of these rebuilds. We got to mix up the content. So we'll be getting to every single player and every single team in this series, but I definitely need some other ideas. So let me know down below in the comment section. But without further ado, man, Warriors off to a 4-7 start, current 12 seed in the West. Not really what you're hoping for from a team that just won a championship. So let's completely blow up the roster, excuse me. Let's get into it. Typically in this spot, I spend a decent amount of time kind of going over the roster and my thoughts on every single player, but that's not really necessary right now because we're not going to have any of these guys, and none of these guys are allowed to come back. So let's dive in to what some of these trades are going to look like. Now, obviously, it's not possible to just straight up trade Steph Curry. If it was, I would obviously go ahead and do it. You get no trade offers whatsoever. So the way I kind of combat this, if you will, kind of get around it, what I basically do here is I go in, I go to the player finder, I tell Siri to pick a number 1 through 10. As you can see, if I do 1, that's point guard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 would just be any. And then once we hypothetically get to this menu, I look and I see somewhat realistically maybe who we could trade Steph Curry for. I mean, again, a lot of these guys are untouchable, so whoever I trade Steph Curry for, not going to be nearly as good as Steph probably is. But we obviously have to make the money work as well, so there's a whole multitude of factors that do go into that. So I guess we'll just start off with Steph. I'll tell Siri to pick a number 1 through 10. Let's do it. Siri, pick a number 1 through 10. It's 8. My Siri doesn't speak, but it's 8. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is power forward / center. So let's just think about this realistically. None of these guys are probably going to be tradable. I think we're probably here or below, and again, the money kind of has to work. So I'll probably pick 6 or 7 guys. So 1, 2, I can't make Zion work. I doubt it. You know what? I'll tell Siri to pick a number 1 through 8. We'll do that. Siri, pick a number 1 through 8. It's 3. So that would be Zion. I don't think Zion's really going to be possible, so I'll probably actually do Karl-Anthony Towns. And I have to make the money work somehow. So again, this is kind of the annoying part of this because I have really no way to kind of just get this to happen. I need somebody making like $5 million. Like, can you give me Kyle Anderson? There's no... Oh man, there's just no way you're not doing this. It's Steph fucking Curry. I have to trade everybody here anyways. Do you want like JaMychal Green? Okay. I didn't want to trade Steph Curry, but ultimately I had to. So that's trade 1 in the books. Something I also allow myself to do is kind of combine players, see if we can maybe get some better players in return for the assets that we are giving up. So I combine Klay Thompson and James Wiseman, who both have 3 stars in trade value. Now what I'm going to do is close my eyes. I'm going to have no say in this. We're not going to let myself actually pick any throughout this one today, but I do want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. We'll stop this one in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton for Klay Thompson and James Wiseman. That is another trade in the books. We definitely have more to go, but what I really want to do right now is let you guys know that we have tons of these rebuilds coming. I really want to get a solidified way to do these rebuilds. So whichever comment is the most liked comment is probably the way I'm going to go ahead and do this. So let me know down below. No trades manually selected. 1 trade selected. 2, 3. I want a ton of comments in this video, and I want to read them all. It's one of my favorite things to do, is kind of sorting through all the comments and seeing what you guys have to say. We have 20 trade offers here for Andrew Wiggins. We will stop this one here in 3, 2, and 1. And we end up with Kevin Love and Karis LeVert for Andrew Wiggins and Kevon Looney. This is where it kind of gets a little bit crazy because, you know, we don't really have many options as it does come to, you know, a lot of these players on this team. So I'm going to put Jordan Poole up. I'm going to trade Jordan Poole. Who's making a decent amount of money? Ooh, nobody really. How about I do Kuminga in there as well? Wow, that's actually some... Oh, we have 1 trade. Okay, I'm not going to do that just because there's only 1 trade offer, so it doesn't really feel as legit. So I'll just do Jordan Poole by himself, and we'll see some of the offers we get. We'll stop this one here in 3, 2, and 1. We're actually going to go one to the right. I have no idea what the trade before this was. It's for Yusuf Nurkic and Jeremy Grant. Kevin Love can be included just because, again, I didn't actually put him in there. Or it would have been Rudy Gobert. Oh, man, that would have been nice, but can't do it. All right, we definitely have some more moves to go. I probably could have thrown Draymond in the trade with Jordan Poole. Probably would have been a good idea, but we'll just do Draymond by himself now. He has 3 stars in trade value again. I think I need some guards on this team. I really do. We'll stop in 3, 2, and 1. And you know what? We're going to go one to the left this time. See what ends up happening. It's Joe Harris and De'Ron Sharpe, or it would have been Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown. Honestly, I didn't really need the big men. I think we've sent a whole lot of players to the Brooklyn Nets now, if my math is correct. So you can kind of see our new kind of core forming here in Golden State. We're now going to do Jonathan Kuminga, and we'll also trade Iggy. I'm going to start combining players just because we're at the point where I kind of want to get through these. And we'll stop here in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with Scary Terry Rozier and PJ Washington from the Charlotte Hornets. Finally getting a guard there in Scary Terry. Definitely was needed. And then final players here. I mean, again, I'll try to trade as many players as possible that I think could eventually develop. But like Ryan Rollins, probably not getting traded. Maybe I will for a draft pick or something. And 3, 2, and 1. And we end up with, oh, what a shitty trade. Dalen Terry and Javonte Green. That's kind of the pain of these rebuilds, man. I mean, you don't really know what you're going to get. Patrick Baldwin Jr. and I think Ryan Rollins will be the last guy here. So, yeah, that's pretty much our final trade we're going to have to make. And here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. We end up with Thanasis Nkumbo and Javon Carter. Let me just double check this roster right now and make sure there's no Golden State Warriors on it, because we have completely blown this team up. And, yeah, nothing that I can see really right now. So we are obviously not allowed. That's also another rule. I didn't explain that. We're not allowed to make any other trades here in year 1. So we kind of get what we get. And you know what? It's going to be a tough spot right now. I think I'm going to probably move Karl-Anthony Towns back to the center position. Let's go ahead and figure out a rotation. I know in older rebuilds, I allowed myself to sign free agents, and I'm going to let myself do it today just because we actually don't have a backup point guard. We literally just have Ben Simmons on this team. So I'm going to sign Kemba. It's not really a make or break kind of deal here. Only going to be a 1-year contract. So Kemba's going to be on this team. He's now going to be backing up Ben Simmons. But let me know in the comment section below, obviously, for future ones of these rebuilds. Do you care if I sign free agents or not? Let me know down below in the comment section. But now let's go ahead and set this pretty painful rotation. So this is a completely new look Golden State Warriors team, obviously. We had a ton of talent here before, and we definitely still have some talent. We're just not nearly as good as we probably once were. I've kind of made something out of this roster. I've constructed it the best way I see fit, and here's how it is going to look. Ben Simmons going to be starting at the point guard spot. Funny enough, 2K actually wanted me to start Kemba. It's insane. Scary Terry going to be starting at the 2 guard here. Karis LeVert at the 3. Jeremy Grant starting at power forward. And Karl-Anthony Towns anchoring down the center spot. Best player on this team. Bench unit, it's actually a pretty good bench. Kyle Anderson, I moved him to the small forward position. He's going to be backing up Karis LeVert. He's going to be our 6th man off the bench, followed by Yusuf Nurkic. We have PJ Washington, Kemba Walker, and Javon Carter, honestly, is playing. He was our 1 guard off the bench before I signed Kemba, and it's a pretty tough spot to be in. It sucks because guys like Javonte Green and Nick Claxton, I'd love to get minutes to. I don't really have the resources right now in order to get them minutes. I'm also going to send Dale and Terry down to the G League, I think. But it just sucks. We're in a really weird spot right now that is not so fun. But I think this Warriors team is hopefully still going to be in the playoff mix. We definitely do still have some talent here. So let's see what happens. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. I think we ended the season with about 43 wins. I'm not 100% positive on that, though. I barely saw it at the last second. Luka MVP. It's a triple-double, 36.5 points. No shocker there. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony, 6th man. Giannis Depoy, Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. And Billy Donovan, Coach of the Year. The Chicago Bulls are very good. So we're in the play-in. We are technically the 7th seed right now. Let's dive into the actual, 43 and 39. So I got the number right. I wasn't 100% positive, but yeah, we got to win a first-round matchup, and I am definitely hoping that we can maybe sneak into the playoffs because I don't think we have our first-round pick this year. I'm not 100% positive on that. Let's look at the numbers. Karl-Anthony Towns, Jeremy Grant, Terry Rozier, Karis LeVert, Ben Simmons. 12. It's better than he's playing right now. Nurkic off the bench, Kyle Anderson, Kemba Walker, PJ Washington, Javon Carter. Rebounds led by Towns. And assist was Ben Simmons. So we got the Lakers here in round 1, who do not look like they're going to be a team that's making the playoffs right now. I think they're 2-9 currently as I record this. Let's just sim it, and we end up winning. We are officially in the playoffs. Sim the rest of the plan. All right, we got the Memphis Grizzlies here in round 1. Not a very fun team. This is technically a rematch of last year's Western Conference semifinals. But you know what? It's a lot different now because I do not have Steph Curry. And I do not have Klay Thompson. We actually won a game. Oh, we won 2 games. What the fuck is going on? Okay, moving on to Denver. Jamal Murray, KCP, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, definitely the best player in the series. Let's see if we can beat the 6th-seeded Denver Nuggets. I didn't think we'd beat the Memphis Grizzlies, and we're 2-2 with them right now. We go up 3-2. What is going on? I can't even do this with like super teams I create. Now we got to rematch last year's Western Conference Finals. This is absolutely insane. Let's see what happens here. We are 1-1 with them right now. We go up 2-1. What in the hell? What is going on right now? How are we? This is the team. I'm just gonna say it right now. If I win like a final, if I win a championship with this team in year 1, and it takes me making literally like no moves on my own, that is 2K like showing favoritism at its finest. Because there's no way this is a championship caliber team. There's just not. All right, it looks like the Warriors are gonna finally be the end of our run, but like good, or excuse me, the 76ers. But like, good God, how are we ever in the finals? We're a play-in team. I'm waiting for the day and the year to come by. It's gonna be so entertaining that a play-in team like gets to the NBA Finals, gets to the conference finals, something like that. It's just going to be so entertaining to watch. Twitter's going to be a fun day when that happens. All right, let's hit the draft lottery. We obviously do not have a lottery draft pick. Another rule of this, I don't even know if I mentioned this. After I make all the trades by trading every single player, I'm not allowed to make any other trades. I think I might have mentioned that. I don't know if I didn't. That might look like an idiot. But we do not have our own draft pick. It is the... Oh, wait, no, we do. It's at number 17. My bad. My mistake. I was looking way later because we were in the NBA Finals. I forgot we were a 7th seed. Steve Kerr's a good head coach. He's not going anywhere. We'll now head up to the draft with the 17th overall pick, and we might do something with it. We don't have a ton of other draft picks, which is kind of sucky, but what I might do right now, maybe I'll move up a little bit. Maybe I will move up. Maybe if I throw like Kyle Anderson in a trade, maybe I can find something like hypothetically pick 17, Kyle Anderson. Like how high of a draft pick? Could I get into the top 5 maybe? Like if I offer up, how about 4? Is this going to happen? You want Ben Simmons? Nah. As much as I don't love Ben Simmons being on my team, getting paid all that money, I'm not just going to dump him for nothing and all these are. How about Dalen Terry? Yeah, I don't have any 2nd round picks left. I'm not giving up another 1st. All right, who is number 5? Number 5 is owned by the San Antonio Spurs. Do I have to give up Dalen Terry? I do. Sorry, I know this is typically something I cut out of the video, but I know some of you guys enjoy actually watching me make the trades they agree to. All right, we have the 5th overall pick now. We definitely move up a little bit, which is cool. We get a little bit of a better player, a little bit of a better talent. So Henderson, Wembanyama, obviously really no surprise there. Anthony Black would have been cool. Jaren Walker. So let's look on the board and see who is here for me. I think Nick Smith might be my guy. I know how good he is, and he's actually at the top. I'm pretty sure it's projected to be a top 4 pick. So Nick Smith's going to be my guy here, even if he's not supposed to be a top 4 pick, top 5 pick here in 2K. All right, Nick Smith, 77 overall. We'll see what we end up doing with him. Duron Sharp, Javon Carter, both going to be coming back. We definitely need to make some more trades. PJ Washington is a free agent. We definitely have a lot of centers on this team right now. And there's definitely some guys I'm not going to just let go, but there's definitely some guys that are not going to be here next year that I will be re-signing. I'm going to re-sign Javonte Green as well, and then I'm just going to pay the man. And then I'm also going to go ahead and pay PJ Washington, and we're going to find some trades that can hopefully work out for both sides. So I'm going to wait on PJ Washington. I'm going to give him an actual contract. And, we're in a pretty good spot right now. I think we have a ton of players to move. We don't have a ton of draft picks, unfortunately, but, that's how the Warriors are kind of constructed. They don't really have a lot of draft picks because they're supposed to be championship contenders. And I guess we technically are right now, as weird as it does sound. But we're going to make some trades, definitely. We definitely don't need to have all of these centers on this roster, so let's get into those. Let's see if the Sacramento Kings are in a generous mood right now and want to give me De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, if I traded for De'Aaron Fox, I'd move Ben Simmons to the starting small forward spot. Again, I know the shooting wouldn't be too great, but I would love De'Aaron Fox on this team here. So I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to give up some sort of draft pick. I'll go with Duron Sharp as well. Okay, no draft picks necessary. De'Aaron Fox is on this team. Ben Simmons going to be moving to the starting small forward spot where he goes up a couple overall. So we're in a pretty good spot right now. I'm pretty content with this team. Ultimately, I know we just drafted Nick Smith 5th overall, and I kind of wanted to get him into the starting lineup, but I think I'm going to still go with Scary Terry. I like Scary Terry a lot. He's not a guy I get a ton. So at this point in time, we are probably going to trade Javonte Green either for a backup small forward or backup point guard, and then we will just sign whichever one we do not get. So let's look at some options right here. Maybe I could also... Ooh. You know what? I'm going to take 2 first-round picks. I need the draft picks. I'll sign 2 guys here that can come off the bench in free agency, and then we'll probably deal with getting some other players, some better players next offseason, because I'll take the draft picks. We do not have the options of a ton of draft picks right now. I'll take Joe Harris. I definitely need a good shooter off the bench when I have Ben Simmons stinking it up here if he ever dares to shoot the three-point ball. All right, this team definitely got better, I would say. It's definitely a little bit of a different looking team, but you know what? I'm excited. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2 here in Golden State. We made some major trades this offseason from a team that was just in the finals. Now, albeit we kind of got our ass kicked by the 76ers, but we made some moves to this team that I think are going to hopefully set us up to maybe make another run at a championship. It's De'Aaron Fox, Terry Rozier, Ben Simmons, Jeremy Grant, and Karl Anthony Towns. Now, it never does hurt to have Karl Anthony Towns, who's one of the best big three-point shooting men. Best big three-point shooting men. That sounds a little weird. Best three-point shooting big men in the NBA. When you have a guy like Ben Simmons starting at the small forward spot, can't ever hurt. Nick Smith going to be the sixth man. I want to develop him as much as possible, potentially taking over as a starter next year. So we will see. Obviously, that's very TBD. We have PJ Washington coming off the bench. We have Nick Claxton now getting some minutes, Cameron Payne, and Joe Harris, 2 of our free agent signings. We're in a good spot with this team. I very much expect to be actually in a playoff spot this year, not in a play-in spot. And I will see you guys at the end of year 2. So our record did not get that much better from last year. We ended up going 46-36, which still could be a play-in seed. Kind of depends how the West kind of ended up playing out. But you know what? I think we definitely still have a better team. Now, I'd like to be 50-plus wins, obviously, but I can take 46 if it means we have a good playoff run. It's a second straight MVP for Luka, as it is a second straight triple-double for Luka. No shocker there. Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year, ends up going number 1 overall. You see that a lot here, typically here in 2K when Victor Wembanyama is the clear-cut number 1 prospect right now. Anthony Simon, 6th Man of the Year. He should be starting next to Damian Lillard. I have no idea why he's not. Joel Embiid, Depoy, Darius Garland, Most Improved, JB Bickerstaff. Holy shit. All right, let's look at the standings. We ended up going... Oh, we're right here. I'm like, where the hell are we? We're 46-30. That was good enough for a 4 seed. We got Oklahoma City in round 1. I'll take it. Honestly, not too bad. Yeah, Cavs are going to be a little bit of a problem. Thank God I am not in the East. De'Aaron Fox, Karl Anthony Towns, Jeremy Grant are 3 leading scorers, followed by Terry Rozier. Yeah, so you see Nick Smith definitely maybe could get into that starting spot. I mean, he's playing significantly less minutes than Scary Terry. I mean, averaging similar points and rebounds, a few less assists, but... I mean, field goal percentage is relatively similar. So, I mean, there's really not a reason for me to be paying Scary Terry all that money if he's going to be putting up similar numbers to the guy we have coming off the bench. Rebounds led by Karl Anthony Towns, and assists was Ben Simmons. So, we got a dance here with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Josh Giddey, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Black, Poku, Chet Holmgren, Dylan Mitchell. Obviously, really young and up-and-coming team. I would still say we're maybe the better team, though. Maybe just experience-wise, but we are down. Actually, we tied up at 2-2. We go up 3-2, and we're going to a Game 7. And we are on to the Western Conference semifinals, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies once again. This is a team we actually beat last year, and I'd like to beat them again. We win Game 1. I don't know how we're beating this. This Grizzlies team should be blowing us out of the water, and we win in 5. I have no idea how that's happening. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Minnesota, the franchise that could have drafted Steph Curry twice, but ended up passing on him twice. They finally get their shot with Steph, and yeah, it's going to scare the hell out of me. Albeit they are a 7 seed. We should be better, but Steph Curry playing against his old team. Okay. And we are going back to the NBA Finals. Taking on the Cavs. We've never seen this matchup before, the Cavs versus the Warriors, albeit it looks a lot different now. You know, there's no LeBron anymore. I guess there's no Kevin Love. There's no Kyrie Irving. There's no Kevin Durant. There's no Steph Curry. There's no Klay Thompson. I mean, it's just funny. I don't think this is actually a possibility, but it's just weird to see. And are we going to lose our second straight finals? I'd like to not do that. And we lose our second straight finals. As Donovan Mitchell, holy shit. I'm not even going to sit here and say it's unrealistic. This dude's playing like an MVP candidate through his first 10-plus games there in Cleveland. Excuse me. Unbelievable start to his tenure in Cleveland. I mean, he beat my Celtics twice. Let's hit the draft lottery. We definitely don't have any other picks in this, I don't believe. Yeah, let's just sim through that. It is the Thunder, the Kings, the Spurs, the Heat, and the Spurs again. All right, Steve Kerr, still not going to be going anywhere. I still firmly believe in him as a top 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call him, head coach in the world. And let's see, do we have any draft picks this year? We do not. So we're not going to be drafting anybody. We'll just get straight over that. Team player options, nobody here. Qualifying offers, none. And I'm thinking we're going to have to make some sort of really big move. Now, I don't know what exactly that big move is going to be. I do want to pay Nick Claxton. I like him a lot on this team. I don't know exactly what that huge trade is going to be, but I'm definitely going to find it. So let's see what we can kind of maneuver our way into. Kyrie Irving somehow ended up in Utah, and for whatever reason they want to trade me him. I'm going to take Kyrie. Now, albeit I agree that he has obviously some problems, and we're not getting too much into that. It's 2K. He's obviously going to play, and when he does play, he's still obviously extremely talented. So he's going to be our new starting shooting guard. You know, I could maybe move him back to the point guard spot, maybe trade De'Aaron Fox. But honestly, I kind of like Lauri Markkanen. But I still might move Lauri Markkanen, just kind of solidify and upgrade. I mean, Lauri Markkanen is playing like the most improved player right now, an all-star, whatever you want to call it in Utah. I just think here in 2K, we probably really need to solidify a serious upgrade. So let's see if we can maybe find that as well. So it has definitely been a minute since I've gone ahead and traded for Brandon Ingram. Now, albeit I do trade for Brandon Ingram a decent amount, so I'll definitely put the brakes on that after this one. But I know Lauri Markkanen is playing at an all-star level right now. He's probably going to win Most Improved if he continues this pace. But I'm taking Brandon Ingram over him 10 times out of 10. There's really not even a conversation. So I didn't think that would go through. Fortunately, I do have some draft picks, so take 4 if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's the final year. And come on, just put it through. Seriously? Thank you. Brandon Ingram, welcome to the team. He's going to be our new starting small forward. We definitely need to find some more backups now. I think Brandon Ingram's probably not going to have a backup. We can run kind of a hybrid of Nick Smith being the backup shooting guard and the backup small forward. I'm actually going to change that on him right now. So let me go ahead. Oops, what the fuck? Did not mean to do that. Let me go ahead and change that here on Nick Smith. I see his backup position is listed as point guard. And instead, it's going to be small forward. All right, cool. We're set there. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is probably just sign a backup 4, and we're going to be all set here heading into the final season. Oh, I don't really like any of these options. How about I sign Peyton Pritchard and then trade Fast PP? Fast PP's his nickname. I'm kidding. All right, let's go ahead and find that trade real quick. And one more. And actually, I'm going to keep Peyton Pritchard. Cameron Payne can go. I think Cameron Payne might regress a little bit. Give me a power forward. Does not need to be anybody amazing. I just need a power forward. Oh, 2K, for the love of God, don't do this to me. Oh. This sucks. Alright, I guess Amir Coffey's going to be the answer. Alright, that is it. Obviously a little bit of a downgrade from PJ Washington, but the team upgraded. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. It is officially the start of the third and final season here in Golden State. We've completely transformed this team from what we had to what we started with, and I'm really liking this squad. We've obviously made the finals 2 straight years with teams that maybe shouldn't have been in the finals, but we got better. We had Kyrie Irving, obviously one of the most talented players in NBA history. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. It's De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie Irving, Brandon Ingram, Jeremy Grant, and Karl-Anthony Towns. Maybe could have upgraded Jeremy Grant, but he wasn't really playing that bad for us, so I didn't see a reason for it. Nick Smith was still the 6th man on this team, played very well for us last year in that 6-man capacity. Maybe going for a 6th man of the year. Nick Claxton, Peyton Pritchard, and Amir Coffey. Not a great bench, but it is a really good starting 5. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final season. Finally, we get a new MVP here at the end of the third season. LaMelo Ball, 28.5 points, almost 29, and he was very talented on the year. Xavier Booker, Rookie of the Year. Paul George, 6th man of the year. Yeah, I guess, the regression hits him hard. It's ridiculous, but it's been happening since, 2K16? No, 18, more likely. Giannis wins Depoy, Victor Wembanyama, Most Improved, and Steve Kerr. Wow, we go 59-23. I did not know our record, so I'm very happy to see that. And we are the 1 seed, best record in the NBA, and hoping to go back to the finals for a 3rd year, but hopefully changing the narrative this year and winning it. Karl-Anthony Towns, Kyrie Irving, and Brandon Ingram all averaged 19.4 points a game. De'Aaron Fox, Nick Smith was tremendous. How were you not a 6th man of the year? Jeremy Grant, Nick Claxton, Peyton Pritchard, Amir Coffey. Let's look at the rebounds. It was Karl-Anthony Towns, and assists was De'Aaron Fox. So, sim the play, and we got the Lakers here in the first round. LeBron still going strong at the age of 40. Yeah, he finally got his wish. He got Miles to... Oh, shit, I didn't see... Okay, wow. Holy fuck. Okay. Yeah, this team made some upgrades. Yeah, adding DeJounte Murray is huge. Honestly, I think Lakers fans, even if it got rid of getting rid of Anthony Davis, would do this. If their lineup could look like this in a heartbeat. Most of them would, I would assume. Let me know. If you have any Lakers fans watching, let me know in the comment section. If your team could look like that, would you get rid of Anthony Davis? We're up 3-1, and we do end up winning in 5. Moving on to the Memphis Grizzlies again, who we've just completely owned throughout this rebuild so far. DeMar DeRozan found his way over there. Obviously, they do have John Moran, who's definitely the best player in the series, but again, we own them. Fuck. I was trying to avoid the Pelicans throughout this. Yeah, they're a good team. A lot of low 80 overalls there, but the Zion effect is definitely real, and it does scare me. We're down 3-2. Please win. Ah, the fucking Pelicans. It's the best team yet, and yeah, this man is... I'm going to see him in my goddamn nightmares. First, trading every player rebuild does not end in a championship, but it does end in a pretty good team. And I had fun with this one, but more importantly, there is absolutely a ton of information I need to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. Let's go over some of that information again. Number 1 being, what other teams do you want me to do this with? Obviously, I'll get to all 30, but I want to hear from you guys. What teams you want to see immediately? End this week, early next week. Let me know down below in the comment section. Along with that, let me know any other rebuild challenges you may have down below in the comment section. I'm looking to do more challenges. Of course, I'd like to hear some ideas from you guys. And then finally, let me know. Do you want me to choose any of the trades by myself or keep my eyes closed for all of them? All that information, let me hear it down below in the comment section. If you see a comment you agree with, please like it. It lets me know that a lot of people do think the same way. Other than that, that wraps this one up. I'm sorry I didn't get a championship in the first video, but this was a really fun Golden State Warriors team, and ultimately, when you trade Steph Curry, you don't really expect a pretty good return, and Karl Anthony Towns is pretty good for us. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.